What's up, everybody? Welcome back to RacingDudes.com. Welcome back to another one of our previews. All right, let's go to Saratoga. Race 8 on the card. It is the Bowling Green Stakes, a Grade 2 event here. Going 11 furlongs on the turf. Field of 8 for this one. Put it up on the screen for you now. Let's go through them one by one, and let's try to pick a winner as we get to this one. So, good race here. No question about it. I think we're going to have fun with this one today, as I can see if I can put this up on the screen for you. I don't think, there we go. Now it's allowing me to do so. All right. So I think we're gonna have a lot of fun with this one. I think it's going to be a pretty good race. Kind of like the Diana. It's a shorter field. I mean, this does have 8 instead of 6. Now there's 3 main track onlys as well. We're not going to talk about those in this video. So hopefully there's 8. Diana has 6. I know they're a little bit shorter, but they're still pretty good races. So still a lot of excitement around it. All right, let's go with the number 1 starting over as we go through them one by one here. Starting over does kind of look to be a little bit, outclassed, a little bit undermanned here in this spot, so to speak. 4 races back, did win a Grade 2 event there at Gulfstream Park, but and that was way back actually in 2024. Ran in the United Nations next after that, did no running, was off until the Elkhorn in 2025 at Keeneland. Didn't do any running there either. Did finish 3rd at Delaware last time out in an ungraded stakes race, but new trainer Brittany Russell last 2 races back at Keeneland and the Elkhorn, and she still has the horse here. So I don't know. I think this one is one that's a little bit outmatched in this one. The number 2 is El Razine. That's a horse that broke the maiden up at Saratoga in 2024. That was 4 races back. Wheeled around and won an allowance up here after that, and then tried a Grade 3 company in October of last year. Got 3rd and was pretty close. And then didn't see this horse again until April of 2025, was 2nd in an allowance race there at Keeneland. Now shows up here. Another one just kind of seems to be a little bit overmatched in this spot to me. The number 3 is Tawny Port. You got to go back a long time. August of 2023, you see a victory for Tawny Port. It's been a while, right? And hard to back him when you see that. He's been close in some races. The United Nations last year just barely lost. The Monmouth last year just barely lost. The Turf Cup at Kentucky Downs just barely lost. Got 3rd in all those. The last 3 spots have not been good. 6th in the Sycamore, 6th in the Pan American, and then 7th in the Belmont Gold Cup. So, broken record. First 3 horses, hard to back to win. No doubt about that. The number 4 is Tucson. This horse coming in off of an 8th place finish last time out in the Manhattan. Just didn't run very well. Kind of earned a spot though, right? Broke the maiden at Gulfstream Park, then won an allowance, and then won another allowance at Keeneland. So yeah, it was time. Maybe the Manhattan was a little bit too tough of a spot. Maybe here's a little bit better of a spot, right? But we'll see. A little bit more proving to do there. I kind of thought at long odds, maybe he had a chance last time out in the Manhattan to maybe hit the board, do something like that. Just didn't do a whole lot there. So hard to like him in this spot. Maybe the horse kind of gets out towards the front and holds on for 3rd. I could see that, but that's about it for that one. So now we go to the number 5 Web Slinger. Boy, another horse, right, that just has trouble winning races. Now, we did see him win an ungraded stakes race back in June of last year at Churchill Downs. Ran very well there. Tried to run in the United Nations. Didn't do very well there with a 7th place effort. Went to Colonial after that to run an ungraded stakes where the horse was 2nd. Last time out, ran in the Eclipse at Woodbine. Now, that was the first race off of a long layoff in the first race of the season. Got 2nd, beaten 3/4 of a length. Boy, another one that I don't know. I don't see this horse really making a huge run at it here. Usually a horse that gets bet a lot as well because he's been close a lot of times in a lot of bigger races. So hate to be a broken record, but another one, I don't know. I just been too close. A lot of races without a lot of wins, just 5 for 20 lifetime. Not sure on the 5 Web Slinger either. All right, let's go to the number 6 Haro. This is a horse that does like to win, but has been winning at lower levels. Hard to believe this horse ran for $16,000 at a $16,000 claimer way back in April of 2024. And that's when Safi Joseph claimed the horse. So what happened before then, I don't really take into account. I look at what happened after Safi got a hold of this horse, won an allowance at Kentucky Downs, and then lost the starter allowance at Churchill Downs, won a starter allowance at Tampa, then tried the grade 3 WL McKnight at Gulfstream, didn't do all that well, but then wheeled back to win an ungraded stakes race next. Last time out of Delaware, ran an ungraded stakes race, was second and ran okay. That's 6 horses, and I don't like any of them all that well. This is a nice horse, a pretty good claim for Safi for $16K, but boy, on a race like this, I'm not quite sure. Okay, let's finally get to one we like, and that's the number 7 Far Bridge. And it's hard not to like this horse, right? I think this is one that makes a lot of sense here. 3 races back, won the Pan American. 2 races back, won the Man of War. That was all this season. Last time out in the Manhattan, ran pretty well, just got beat, but it got third in that one. I thought ran pretty darn well in that spot there. So, look, I think shows up here, and I think is the overwhelming favorite. I think overwhelmingly the one to beat. Last year here at Saratoga was able to win the Sword Dancer, and that kind of got him going, kind of got the win streak going for him. Well, I guess it wasn't a win streak, but kind of got the form reversal is how I should have said that going. Look, I think we'll run well here, no doubt about it. I think getting back to these longer races will help. The Manhattan was just 9 furlongs. I think, these 11 furlong, 12 furlong races, that's where we've seen this horse at its best. So I think Far Bridge, far and away, the one to beat in this one. If he gets beat, I do think the number 8 Corruption is the one to do it. Now, this is a big time jump up in class, but we saw run 4th last time out in the Manhattan. I thought that was a pretty good effort. We saw the horse before that win 4 or 5 races, almost won the Pan American to make it 5 of 5 races, going 12 furlongs. I think gets loose on the lead. I think it's the only horse in the field that has a whole lot of speed. So I think this horse can get loose. And I think that's what they'll try to do. They'll try to just take this horse gate to wire here. No question about it. I do think Far Bridge has enough natural speed to kind of sit close enough to go get him. But I think it's a 2-horse race. I think the 8 is in front, and I think the 7 tries to run the 8 down late. So I think it's between the 7 and the 8 in this spot here. All right. Well, it was a quicker preview, not as many horses to talk about, but I'm going to go with the number 7 Far Bridge to get the job done here. I do think Far Bridge will run down Corruption late and pass him. So the number 7 Far Bridge on top for me. I'm going to play a straight exacta 7-8 in this spot. And just kind of hope that Far Bridge is able to catch Corruption late. So it's straight exacta 7-8 and the number 7 Far Bridge on top for me. All right, guys, that'll do it for this preview. Hit that like button if you like it. Hit subscribe if you really like it. Want to get alerted anytime we do videos like this. And most importantly, good luck if you're betting Saratoga on Saturday.